Takeover original right there.
It sounds the same. I did the exact.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I didn't have the real song. I had to play an old episode.
That's our charm. Welcome back, guys. This will be episode 11, I believe.
We finally hit real double digits because 10 doesn't count.
And before we get any further, wear your mask. Just wear your mask. Because in our city where we live in, as of 5 hours ago, we have 423 new cases
Whoop whoop.
of COVID. Yeah, I know we said some number like that last time, but that's for real, like a few hours ago.
No, we're not that smart.
Please wear your masks.
We didn't say anything about the numbers last time. We just said
okay.
No.
Well, now we're talking numbers here.
You know what sucks even more? 1, 2, 3,
and 2 deaths. We have 2 deaths.
7.
And we're already not the hugest city. Like, I mean, we're a pretty big, small town. Just wear your mask. Like, it's getting rough out here. It's getting scary. I know everyone's talking about the virus and the pandemic, but that's all I want to get across. Wear your mask.
Wait, isn't that an oxymoron? We live in a little big town.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, you heard me.
What?
Does that band still exist?
I have no idea.
I don't think they do.
I haven't listened to that genre in a long time.
Can you believe the Dixie Chicks changed their name?
To what?
There's just the Chicks now, or some shit.
So generic.
Because the Dixie
We're
Chick
3
is
racist
like
girls, and we changed our name. Yeehaw.
like who else did something too?
Lady A, but she's.
Yeah, and you see they try to sue the an artist who already uses that name.
Oh my god.
She's like a painter, and they were like, "Hey, we want to use that
That's
name
rough,
now."
bud.
We're like, "Hey, we want to use that name now."
Yeah, man, it's I have no words. I mean, it's kind of like this on an episode of Trailer Park Boys. He wants to be a rapper, and he's from a small town of Moncton that's kind of in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
And a Trailer Park, if y'all don't know, but it's one of my favorite shows. And what he does is he dubs over his own verses and other people's songs, and he makes like a conglomerate like CD.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like those old school mixes back in the day. He's like, I don't see what the big deal is of them hating on me. He's like, if they wanted to be on one of my tracks, I wouldn't give a fuck. And I'm not trying to cuss, but that's actually what he says. But like, it's just like, damn, like it's true. Like that's what gets you up there, and everyone jumps on your track. You know, at parties, you start freestyling over a song that's already made.
Yeah.
But everyone's always been like that, man. It's rough. I mean, I guess it's one of those things that like, hey, if you suck, don't do that. If you're good, but I said in that instance, those are 2 different playing fields.
Yeah.
An artist or legit artist, and a wannabe music artist.
So rude.
Name 3 Lady Antebellums or Lady A, whatever you want to call them.
I only
Painter
know.
Steelers.
Isn't Sinton song? Not Sinton.
Cue the Jeopardy music right now.
Oh.
Cue it. No, but I was like, that's the point I'm trying to make. Is these people think they're super big, and never did a Super Bowl. I don't think so.
When I die young, bury me in.
It's a no.
That's a song, right? That's a Lady A song. Well, who is it?
Another awful band that unfortunately I know the name to.
What is it?
Well, not an awful band, but it's called the band Perry.
I think you're wrong.
I like how we just became CMT After Hours.
Let's just keep going.
Let's see. I think it's the band Perry. Let's take a look.
I don't think you're right.
Yep.
No, you're wrong.
The band Perry right there. And of course we got an ad, people.
That's a Ford commercial. We don't. No.
Miller Time, baby.
Oh, is it really?
Right? That's the song you're thinking about?
Yeah.
That is the band Perry. The band Perry. Let's see if I can find a better.
No, they don't. You're losing them. Yeah, you don't gotta. I could have just.
The band Perry.
I could have just entered it in here.
The band Perry for 200, please. And the band Perry for Never Again, please.
But there's like no. Wait, what do you mean? They did the Super Bowl?
No, I said they never did a Super Bowl, I think. Like, I don't think they did. So that's why I said, because they're thinking they're really big, like, give me my name. You didn't do that. Everyone makes fun of Coldplay, but they earned it, you know? They're Coldplay.
Isn't that the year they came? Was that Beyonce's year too, or no? Who came out with
Lady
Coldplay?
A's top didn't come off like Janet.
Wait, who was?
Those are people that can say, don't take my name, Janet. They can go up to little kids and be like, change your name.
Oh yeah, Beyonce was at the fucking Coldplay one, and Bruno Mars.
See if Lady A was there, because I don't think they were, but
I don't think so because they're not good.
I knew it. Tell us their biggest show, and it's gonna be like a AA baseball team.
They did the Sugar Bowl, and they only did the national anthem.
And who played in that Sugar Bowl?
Let's see. Sugar Bowl. Oops.
So I want real deets, real juicy deets for this.
Oof. I am. Dude, I'm starting to think I have IBS. Like.
Is that a good bank? Is that not a good bank?
Please stop.
Is that the IBM with the bumblebee from Honey, I Shrunk Your Kids?
If the YouTube video was right, that means it said it was the Sugar Bowl 2010, so it was the Cincinnati Bearcats versus the Florida Gators.
Yeah, that's...
Who do you think won?
That year is probably Cincinnati, and I think it was an upset.
No, it was Florida Gators.
Was it? Because I was like, I think Chip Kelly either came the year after. Okay, so that's fine. How long should they win by? Pretty bad?
Yeah, it was 24 to 51.
Okay, yeah, so Chip Kelly wasn't fully established yet.
Whoops.
Good. Yeah, but I was like, but see, that's what they're telling you. You got Florida
Georgia
against the Cincinnati
line.
Bearcats, who had like 3 good years maybe. And that's because I love college football. That's my thing.
That's because they had 12 wins and no losses that year.
Your biggest hit. How many people were in attendance to that? They show you that.
The thousands in attendance. And the millions watching at home. 65,000.
Okay. And how much is the net worth of the painter?
What?
How much is the net worth of the painter that had the issue?
Oh. Let's see.
Because I was like, now we're going to try to compare this at somebody that made it to a college bowl game pre-college football playoffs. Said that they're bigger and they have to bully this painter.
Right.
Never about to find out.
Was she a painter? Oh, no, I'm sorry. She's a blues singer. Anita White. And she's been going under the name Lady A since.
Is she pretty established? Or not established?
Well, first of all, she's a 61-year-old singer, black singer.
Okay,
so that's not good.
Okay, see, that's...
Wait,
Come
what?
on, bud.
What in the irony is that? So they changed her name from Lady Antebellum because it was racist, then sued a black lady for her name because they want to be a different name?
I'm telling you, bud. They were grasping for straws long before a lawsuit like that. Because if you're not good, what are you doing?
Yeah, I literally can't think of... I opened up Spotify, look, but I just haven't looked yet. Yeah, but Dixie Chicks just go by the Chicks now.
That's so funny.
Well, because I remember, like...
And please let it be CHIX. That'd be the greatest...
I think it is.
The greatest Dukes of Hazzard. Duke and Bo are at it again with them Dixie Chick girls.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Cue Dukes of Hazzard theme.
Bam, 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 bam. Oh, no, that's that's the Benny Hicks fucking... Wait, Lady A. I mean, I'm just gonna play a song. We're gonna get claimed anyway. It doesn't matter what we do.
Yeah, we found out through the 20 of y'all that watch us that we're not making money.
20, you're being generous.
So to quote the great Mona Lisa Saperstein, "Money, please. Give me money.
Give me money." Dude, nothing's loading on my computer right now. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna take that out.
That's a sign that they're not the greatest in the world.
Greatest in the
But I know
world.
there's gonna be true fans out there, and all 80 y'all, please don't hate us completely.
Oh no! Please don't downvote.
So do you think it's gonna come up as Lady A because that's her name now? You said.
What?
So the Lady Antebellum is now Lady A.
Mm-hmm. So I bet you now when you look it up, it's gonna be two different people.
Yeah, because I typed in Lady Antebellum and it comes up Lady A.
I cannot think of one freaking song. I mean, I guess that's good for my case that they.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like in the music industry, there's always some kind of things because it was the same thing about people putting bands on shirts, when that whole thing comes out. But so it's always something. But I was like, that is very unfortunate for, what was her name again?
The same name.
Well, Lady Antebellum, but you said that's her stage name.
Oh, Anita White.
Anita White. So poor Anita White had already established herself and put herself out there for some years, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know. I'm assuming she had a long stretch of playing time.
Oh no, did she lose?
Oh,
Her
God.
YouTube channel was Lady A White, which is again, it's very unfortunate.
I don't know, man. People are bullies, dude.
Let's see. There's a quick 1 minute.
People are bullies and they want to do all for money when this lady was doing it had pure passion. All right, pause it and go to a Lady Antebellum song and see if you get just as hype just from the rhythm of that. Because we both were just on the same vibe link right there. And that was unplanned.
Yeah, I was feeling that. I don't even know what to click.
I mean, that's kind of a point in itself, huh?
Oh, wait. I know this song.
Well, no, you'll probably know some songs because they overplayed it, but that's just, it doesn't make them good. All right, we're bad people at this. We vibe with this anyways. Out of cringe. All right, and cut it. Now judge the vibes. So is it worth the argument?
It's a
now that you
quarter
got a
after
snippet?
1. I'm all home alone and jamming Anita White.
So see, that's his vote. Everyone, it's in. Locked it in. First Hall of Fame ballot right there. Anita White, come on down.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I didn't watch The Price is Right as much. I don't know what the song is.
I couldn't even tell you what. I just knew it was a game show. I couldn't even tell you which game show it was.
This one with Drew Carey.
So the Drew Carey show? That was the Drew Carey show theme?
Mm-hmm. I almost threw it.
Whose line is it anyway?
You know they still show that show?
Yeah.
With
They beat all the old shows to the ground. Just try to
Allison Tyler, I think is her name. It's not. I'm so sorry. I'm like dying. Very slowly.
All right, so we're going to get to something that's not music related. So I'm going to give you a little scenario. All right, the other day I took an Uber to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was early in the morning. It was probably like 8:30 or so. And going to work. And all of a sudden, there's no one really on the road, on the highway. And the Uber guy's kind of talking to me. He was kind of not really talkative. And I was like, okay, whatever. It's early in the morning. Doesn't really bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of a sudden, I see him like turn around. And so I kind of like, with my peripheral, kind of turn it on too. Because I'm in the back seat. And I see like a state trooper SUV, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's like looking around, and I'm starting to notice that his body language kind of changing. And then all of a sudden, I see another one, like on the other lane. So we're in the middle lane. We have one kind of diagonal behind, and then this other one's kind of almost neck and neck with it.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, right? I'm like, okay, what happens to the Uber if we get pulled over? Like, what happens to me as a passenger? And then what if I was rushing to work,
and
this scenario made me late to work? And I can't talk. I can't call, because I'm dealing with this state trooper stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is the Uber app going to, like, refund me? Is it going to something like that? Because all the few Uber rides I've taken have been real brief, usually just to work and back, so nothing ever happens. And they're usually not even $10. You know, so that's why I was doing it. So I was like, dude, like, what if I made like this whole ordeal happens for like a $10 ride?
I would assume that they would.
Like, I had never thought about that, and I was like, that's never happened, and nothing ended up happening. But I was just like, dude, like, what if something were like to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would assume that you would get credit and that they would reimburse you the money from that time as well. But I don't know. I can look that up. But
I almost feel like that's almost like a dog ate my homework kind of thing, too. It's like, oh, my Uber driver got pulled over. Like, everyone's just like, oh, come on, man, because it's almost like not believable. Or I feel like that's how I would see it. Because that kind of sucks, right? Because you're kind of putting your trust into their hands.
Yeah.
And it's state troopers, so you know it's not going to be for something small. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's just one of those guys that just didn't like cops or what. Or if, like, you know what I mean, he had expired tags, because technically you don't look at that when you get in the back seat.
Yeah.
Now all you have to do is both of y'all have to confirm you are wearing a mask. You say your name, he says his name, you get in, you go to your place. Most of them are most of them are super cool. Most of them are awesome. That was one of probably the only weird ones out of the few I took, but I just thought that was crazy, because I'm starting to support Uber because I wanted it in our town, because our town evolves very late in the trends and stuff like that.
Yeah, really though.
So that's why I want to take it. So sometimes I'll just take it to work, you know. Especially like that, I want to take it super early. I just don't want to worry about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $10, you know. So I was like, I feel like it's cool. You support somebody, and a lot of the drivers here in our town actually like doing it. You know, some of the cars you get, there's chargers, there's battery packs, there's water, there's all kinds of stuff. It's not the same now because of COVID, of course. You know what I mean? It's not as interactive and stuff like that. But so I mean, I think that's cool, you know, because I was like, people find what they're happy with. They get to travel around, meet a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think that's super cool. So I try to support it. But I was like, I never thought of like a bad scenario happening in something like this.
Yeah, well, I just found a story on Reddit of a girl talking about it. So here we go. I'll read it real fast.
Oh, we're in the subreddits, dude. This is getting deep now. This is what I've always wanted, taking over to YouTube. I want ours to be a live subreddit.
Yeah, because someone put, has anyone ever been pulled over while in an Uber, or you're driving Uber, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And somebody puts, me. It's not a very fascinating story, but here it goes. So that's a great way to start this. So I'm driving on most country roads in New Jersey. New Jersey has to offer.
Country roads exist in New Jersey.
I guess so.
You could tell we never left Texas.
With a car filled with a 30-something-year-old woman heading out to a friend's house for a girls' night. They had already started partying before entering my car. I am a female as well. So in the darkest spot possible, the cop pulls me over. I know I didn't do anything wrong, and I immediately began apologizing to the girl, even though I knew I didn't do anything wrong to get pulled over. So this young, and they put also kind of cute, cop comes up to my window. I have all my documentation ready for him, and he asks the obvious questions. You know why I pulled you over? I said no, and I say, wait, what? Oh, they misspelled something. But anyway, she was saying that she got a broken tail light is why she got pulled over.
So does it say anything that happened to like the fare of it, like the car fare or whatever? Oh, lame. I didn't finish reading this. It was just one of those where the cop tells her to go.
But yeah, I wonder. Oh, yeah.
So, I guess what we're finding out too is that, so I guess it has happened. Well, I mean, of course, I guess it does happen. Because, you know, it's automotive cops. It's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Checking tags, whatever. Especially with those drunk people, I'm sure that the cop was already around. You know, probably for other reasons. Like just scouting the area, whatever you do in front of bars. I know people have bar routes or whatever. But I don't know. I just thought that was super crazy. And then I thought, I was like, what are the odds of two state troopers, you know, being in there and on the same highway at the same time? And then if they were trying to catch up or read his tag or whatever. Because I assume they just read his tag. But then I was like, he also actually kind of paranoid. So I was like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah. But yeah, I would assume they would get reimbursed or something would happen, because have you ever seen that story about the guy who didn't want to wear his mask in the Uber? That's
so
why
it was a driver or a passenger?
It was a passenger.
Oh man.
And it was like that's why you see all those like Snapchat and like the ads of like Uber's like, wear your mask if you want to ride.
Well, no, that's like when you log onto the app, it tells you to clarify if you are, and I don't think you can get a ride with that one. To be
Yeah,
honest.
and that's what happened. It was before they had put that on there, and some guy like
So look,
blows
I'll
up,
look right
man.
now. I'll open it right now.
I'll show you the video while you do that. But yeah, like that's why.
So see if I write where I'm going to. It'll tell me, yeah, you gotta doing the COVID check. Make sure you're wearing. Yeah, drivers and riders are now required to wear face coverings. And I was like, and a lot of them have sanitizer in there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, yeah. I'm trying to look up the video, but I should have just done it on my phone so I could pass it to you. But yeah, so like it's this guy and he's like in the back seat and he's just yelling at this dude and he is like an immigrant guy. He's not an immigrant guy. He's from America, but his parents, he was taught English by them, so he has like a thick accent or something like that.
So,
and they just keep telling him to like.
So we're in the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wearing a face covering. Now he's yelling, and I'm assuming in the car, or is he yelling to get into the car?
He's already in the car, and the guy's telling him to put his mask on.
So he's not driving.
He hasn't drove yet.
Okay.
I think he starts moving a little bit, but I don't think it's that far.
Like giving him a chance to pull it out or whatever.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could freaking find the guy.
See, but until we get it all figured out, man, you should just wear a mask. I know we all don't like it, but as I was saying, like that's the best we got, man. It's a line of defense. Everybody can do it. They're everywhere. I got a box I haven't even opened yet. Because my brother gave me some on the 4th of July. He sent me some.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Lyft.
And see, I also heard something that we could probably dive into later on or another episode is that there's a big difference between Lyft experience and Uber experience.
Really?
And that's something a driver had told me. Because he's saying they don't really care about ratings and stuff like that on Lyft as they do Uber.
Huh.
And then also too, if you're under a certain rating on Uber, you don't even get rides.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's almost like a red flag. Like you're either a bad driver, taking something from the car, or just it was overall bad experience. A lot of times, what he told me, if it's throw up and they had to detail and stuff like that, didn't leave a tip.
Oh, then they
that kind of thing. And a lot of times is that people offer chargers and stuff like that. They take those chargers, and or in our instance, one of our buddies drove, and he told me a story that. We picked him up, and when he picked him up, he had 2 tall boys, and he kept asking hey, can I open it up? And he's like, no, dude. And at the time, he had a brand new car, 2, it's open container, and 3, he was going super far. So he's like, oh, dude, even if I were to allow him, I'm not gonna let this dude get shredded, on my dime,
Yeah.
It's technically a job, you know what I mean?
Yeah, here,
Yes, I do, because I have a family that is sick of that.
And this is the experience of the guy that wants to get in without a mask.
What's my name, Richard? Sure. Yeah. What's my name?
Here, I'm gonna go get a drink real fast.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming out. No problem. By any chance, do you have a mask? No. Do you mind with your shirt on top right here? So, gonna be really appreciated. I'm sorry. Yes.
So this driver is being super polite, and like you said, he does have an accent, but I don't think it has anything to do with it. You know what I mean? This dude's working. He looks pretty professional. His car looks pretty clean. So he has a pretty good workplace. This guy got in, and then he mumbles saying, yes, I can cover my mouth with my shirt. Doesn't do it. He says, I can't believe this shit. That's what I'm seeing so far. Now he's just covering it with his hand. And to be honest, is half-ass.
Yeah.
He's not even whole assing his hand.
Such a fucking.
So yeah, this dude's just being a doucher, man.
Well, even. Wait, pause it real quick. When you were talking, there's a part where he's like, oh, you believe in this shit? You think this thing's real? And he's
Oh,
like,
God.
yeah, I have a family member that's fighting for their life.
Well, see, look. Even if
like,
because
yo.
people's argument is thinking it's just another flu season, but like, even so, like, why do you want the flu?
Well, it's not only that. I mean, people keep like you're saying they're comparing it to the flu, but the flu
But like a lot of people don't enjoy the dang flu in general.
people aren't dying as much from the flu than this because there is a cure.
Well, I mean, someone told me technically viruses can't get cured, but it could be like suppressed, I guess. But again, I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
Well, what it is like when you get shots, you get the sickness, but it's in a small dosage, so your body learns to fight it. So when you actually could get it, you won't get it as bad or at all.
So see, that's what I say. Like, let's say that's true. Like, COVID's already intense, and imagine getting another small dose of that. It's got to be a rough situation right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, you know, and regardless of this situation, I did see some articles, and I listened to a few of these scientists that are trying to study, that are really doing it, because again, I wanted to find out what's going on, whatever. And they were saying if we go with our rate of like opening things back up and not doing it, that there's a slim chance things can get back to normal with doing that, but it's going to be estimated in his time frame 3.5 to 4 years. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of school, that's a lot of developing that could be hindered or whatever. And then I was like, when all in reality, like he was saying, maybe 5 whole months of being closed off and limited and everything, it'll be fully gone. Or not fully gone, because I guess it can't really go away, but it will be contained. It won't be spreading rapidly and all that stuff. Because like I'm saying, we're pretty much open, I guess.
Well, yeah, Texas.
I guess for us, like that's what I was like. We're still limiting certain people, but it's in my end. I work in an electronics store, because again, I don't want to get demonetized or whatever for where I work at, and I also don't want people that I guess like bosses think I'm using that name to get whatever. But I was like, where I work at is a fairly popular electronics store, and it's the only electronics store for us.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's pretty popping already. And to be honest, as much as it's limited, I don't feel like it is. No. Like they say, and at any time they have been working with me and changed their store policy to where if I feel overwhelmed, there's too many people, I can say, hey, it is. They have on a few occasions closed the door saying, hey, we're going to wait until a few people leave. Next door at Ross, there's actually a line to go in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, it's open, not open, full capacity. But I was like, with that being said, like there's still 400 and some odd cases that I just mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And 2 deaths. So people are still dying.
Yeah, we get like 200 cases a day, if not more most times.
That's insane to me. And that's the thing. People are getting mad that I'm wiping the tables. People are getting mad I'm doing. And people hate this sanitizer we've been getting at work because it smells like crap.
Yeah.
But I just been still using it because I'm just like, I don't care. And in my head, I was like, oh, the smellier it is, maybe it works better. I don't know.
Well, it's because everyone's having to like resort to like other
it's like
things
more
because
of like
they
a
need
aloe vera smell.
Yeah.
But like I can smell it through my mask. So it's like, it's a pretty strong odor, but I don't really care because it's working.
Well, yeah. Well, it's because
Or I hope
everyone's
so.
home making it. So like home making it too is like
It's
a
like
lot
a big old
different
bottle,
than
like
it stinks.
unnamed stuff. It just
Yeah.
says like hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
It's in a big old jug, and we just dump it in a bunch of small ones.
Yeah, which means someone's just like in a big cauldron just making it every day.
Well, to be honest, since they say like aloe vera is like cactus juice, it looks like just that. It looks like that and like some Russian vodka, and it's just mixed together.
Oh, that's not that bad though. That's like Tito's. Tito's started making hand sanitizer with their alcohol.
But see, like that's another reason, like on the other end we're talking about, where like things are getting altered and hindered of growth and everything, but some other places are striving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's cool. That Tito's is not doing that, and alcohol or distillery is not getting into it. So I was like, a lot of people are coming together at the same time. So it's not all the case, but I was like, that's going to be our theme of this episode, guys. If we can do anything for you, because we're all fun and everything, just wear your masks. Because I was like, that honestly makes me extremely mad.
Yeah, and it's awful.
And I was like, one, because like you said, he is an immigrant trying to make it, and I love that story. You know what I mean? Anytime I can see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From my own eyes. But then, you know what I mean? It's just blatant. Like, do you believe that? And then he said, I can't believe this shit. Like, if you're being real, like he's shocked. And I was like, again, let's say this virus isn't happening. Like, you're getting into his car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the very least, he said, hey, do this. Like, what if it's for his safety? Like, what if he had like some symptoms and he's just trying to work through it because he's wearing a mask, he's doing his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What if he's doing it for his own safety? Like, hey, like I'm just telling you, like, hey, I have someone close to me doing it. I want to take you. I'm available to take you. I'm working right now, but just do that. And he didn't even give an opportunity for an explanation.
Yeah, and I mean, not to sound like he only lives, but he lives like 5 blocks away because he keeps telling him, like, oh, you could have just turned left and you'd already be in my house. I was like, well, then why didn't you just...
So it's like a small square grid, I'm assuming, and it's just a few streets over, yeah.
And I get it, like, he's a heavier set guy, but, like, you could have just...
But if
you were going to be like that...
It's just said, even about the immigrant, we didn't even have to know he's an immigrant. It's a guy working, you're in his office, which happens to be his car.
Yeah.
There's brand rules, for Uber, and then his rules.
Yeah.
So I was like, it shouldn't matter about who's what, who's weight, who's...
No, I know, that's what I'm saying, though, but it's like, if you're going to be like that, well, then just walk.
That's true. That's very true.
If you think this is all fake and he's saying, I mean, and he at the end of the video he kicks him out and he goes maybe like another block and then he's just like, yeah, if you're gonna be like this, like get out. And he's like, well, you already accepted my ride. And he like cancels the ride. He's like, no, I didn't. No, I'm done now.
And I mean, technically, you can do that with I've heard some people happening with drunk people. They just don't want drunk people in the car, and I guess that happens too with people throwing up or because that does add another responsibility. And I know some people are like, oh, Uber's there for them to be responsible, but that's also another human being trying to go to work, Mm-hmm. So I was like, I can understand both sides, And so technically, they could just cancel a ride, or something could come up. You can get a flat. Yeah. I guess they don't technically have to know. I mean, I don't know on the driver if you have to state a reason.
Man, that's another good idea though. Or you know what I mean? Like what happens if you like get a blowout in a Uber and a Lyft?
I'm sure they have things to work around it. I'm sure because that's what you lean on. I'm sure. It's miles on a car, so I was like, I'm sure, or I hope they have some kind of guidelines.
Well, yeah, and procedures. I wonder if there's repercussions for the driver. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I feel like it's one of those where it's like it's your job, so you should have like checked your stuff.
But see, I don't know if it's that strict because I don't think that many people would be open enough to do that on like a brand new car. Because some of these people use like a pretty nice car, and then there's people that use standard cars, and then there's people that you could tell that are working their way up in the Uber ranks. So I was like, I guess it just depends, but I'm sure they have something in line for them to be willing to do that. It can't just be like, oh, you're going to make a lot of money. I'm sure they're just like, oh, you can do this, or you get discounted this, or maybe you get a gas card. I'm sure there's something.
Yeah.
If people that work at like a paper company could get like a gas card, or like you work for a high bottling company and get a gas card, I was like, why not a driving job? Or like an 18-wheeler, I'm sure they get paid by miles and stuff too. So I was like, if Uber don't, yikes.
Yeah.
I was like, they have treated me well, but I was like, if they don't, then but I can't see them not. I can't see them not having that or having some kind of guideline because I'm sure that's come up. I'm sure that came up on the first day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure one of them hit a pothole. This is nationwide. We're not the only ones with bad streets. Like they said, that one is a back road. Like, what if they actually took a back road or someone's ranch house or something off the road?
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I can't stop.
Have you had any like awkward occurrences with Uber?
Cause
you're taking quite a bit, right?
Just when I'm out of town. I don't take them really when I'm here.
Have you ever taken it when you're here?
No.
No? Not even to like party or drink or go to the store or nothing?
No, I don't drink that hard when I'm here. Like if I go out of town, like to Austin or something, like yeah, I'll go hard. Or even because of Austin, like it's so hard to park for some of those bars that it's easier to just get dropped off. But
what's cool about those places, even to get there, you kind of just need them to drop you off in the area.
Yeah, and you can just
hoof it. Kind of walk. Yeah, it's kind of one of those places.
But no, not really. I mean, the only time I can think of is we had an Uber driver who didn't know where they were going when I went to San Antonio, and I guess the address was wrong, like that, like for the location
west instead of east.
Yeah, and he just kept like going around he just kept circling the freeways, like he just couldn't find it, but then he like charged the whole fee. Like I get it,
I don't know the metrics around that too. Are they supposed to allocate? Because I have most of the drivers too. They ask me if they want to go streets, highway, back way, or like a way that I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, most of the time I get asked.
Well, see, and not only that, but I don't know what he put in because the address he had and the address that I had put, they weren't the same. He looked like he put his own address.
Well, see, I don't think you could put your own address. I think it gives it to you. I think. Or do you think because I was like, don't they have like their own map with it?
I thought so, but yeah, he used his own map. He used like a Google map instead of the And he kept going in circles, and
also, like,
then
for
he was
the
like,
bigger
"Put it
towns-
in, put it in," and he like handed me the phone, and I'm like, "Here you go."
Well, yeah, so I guess that was just a rough experience.
I was like, "Golly."
I mean, besides that occurrence that I had a guy cut off a car, and that was recent. That was not recent. That was either right before that occurrence or right after.
That's
'Cause
fine.
I've only had I think it was the last one
Mm-hmm.
I had before that, because I had another meeting I had to get to real quick, so I just did it. And he cut off a car like 2 lanes deep,
Jesus.
and then jumped the curb to get into the place I was going. And I mean, it's his car. I mean.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
you get to do what you wanna
I
do,
would
but-
not have drove like that. I would have not cut off 2 lanes, and I'm sure those people behind us were pissed off.
Oh, he just like jerked it on the freeway, or
well,
what?
he just kind of like, oh, we're right here, wham! Like didn't even say like,
Oh,
oh, is there a
damn.
back way? Just 2 lanes,
Yeah.
you know, because there's a median, a lane, next lane, turn to get into the plaza. So
Oh
he just
my
went
God.
wham, bam, and then to get in that plaza, I guess he knew the wrong that he did, so he jumped that curb like with 1 tire. So that's what I was like. I mean, that, to me, that was pretty awkward. But in your situation, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, he was a rowdy guy. Like, I don't know what his deal was, but he was just losing it for no reason. Just because, like, I mean, I don't even know what he did to get the address wrong. Like, I don't know if it was like he policed or what, dude, but he was just on one, and it was quite wild.
But see, that's something I'm even learning in life that I haven't been the best at, and that's communication, man.
Yeah.
And that's a key fundamental I'm learning in life. And I was like, that guy could have simply, and you could I guess have even told him like, I don't live here. He could have told you, hey, neither do I.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's what it sounds like. Cause I'm sure, because I was like, I was born in San Antonio, and I know quite a few people besides my family members that live there, and they all know ways around.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with the thick of it just to go to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's all highway. It's all 3 lanes. It's all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe that guy's not a people person. Maybe he was new to Uber. Maybe he's new to the town. But I was like, that's just, if he would have just communicated that and relayed that. Or to say, hey, where are you trying to go?
Yeah. Or
Maybe
something.
it was the app that made the mistake, and he could have just said, hey, where are you trying to go?
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's Dave & Buster's. Like, he's like, oh, crap. Like, just send me over here.
I
It's a
really
Marriott.
can't even think of what it was. I want to say it was a restaurant. Was it a restaurant? It was some. No, it had to have been like a Dave & Buster's or something. Not literally Dave & Buster's, but like
Yeah.
an arcade or something. Because it was me and my mom and my girlfriend and my brother. So
Is
I
that
knew.
when we went to Andretti's?
No.
It wasn't that scenario?
No.
Oh, you drove to that one, right?
Yeah, I drove. Yeah, it's just Austin really that I don't really drive around to. I mean, the San Antonio one was just because I already had it parked at the hotel, and I was like,
Well, see,
I'm not feeling it.
that's where have a local driving is a lot better too, because you get to see, you know, you get to sit back and relax, you know, 'cause that's where you're on vacation or go to a party, a wedding, whatever you're going for. So, I don't know. But yeah, I wish people just wear their masks, man. I wish people communicate better, and I wish they'd wear a mask.
Yeah,
'Cause I
people
think
are
that-
just so angry about this.
I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with your profession. It has nothing to do with color. Like, people are just angry, man. People on the road are in a rush to go nowhere. They're in a rush to cut you off to get in the next lane to get on the red light.
Yeah.
People are just, they're like you said, they're rushing to get a few extra bucks from someone years back. Like, it's just, what the hell, man? Like people want things to go slow, but then want to speed up and grow up and do all these things, but they're not enjoying the little things, man. Or maybe they're afraid of not enjoying it, so that's why they want a few extra bucks for some poor old lady that's already done her work in her prime, and now you're trying to take her prime away for your prime. I don't know.
Have you ever seen the TikTok that's the seatbelt and the mask comparison?
Seatbelt and mask comparison? No.
Yeah, so it was like this, you know, like people would like talk to themselves, and it's like 2 different people. But it was like, why won't you wear your mask? And it's like, oh, because I don't want to. And then it was like, well, you wear your seatbelt, right? And it's like, yeah, because it's the law. And they're like, so if you wear your seatbelt and I don't, who's going to get hurt? And it's like, well, you. And it was like, and if we both don't wear our seatbelt, then we're both going to get hurt. And if we both wear it, Well, then neither of us will get that hurt. And it was like, and you don't see, like, that's the same thing that's going on right now.
So then if we sit back and pull away from the camera, are we listening to two kids in the sandbox?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
But, no, yeah, it's like, that makes so much sense.
I win because you're dead and I'm not.
Just like the house is catching on fire and the Black Lives Matter.
What?
You ever seen that one either? It was the one where it was the girl and she's like, "Help! My house is on fire," and then the other lady's like, "Well, what if I need help?" And they're like, "Your house is fine. Mine's on fire." I was like, "Well, my house matters to you." And it was like,
God.
and it was like, "Yeah, but mine's on fire right now. I need help."
Oh my God, dude.
It's like, yo, like that is such an also like really good comparison of like, yeah, we get it. Every house matters, but right now this house kind of matters a little more because it's on fire.
And that was my whole point, man. Because not only that, like I'm coming from the I got actually kind of bashed a lot more for supporting it.
Yeah.
And even one of those Uber drivers, the same guy that cut it off, said he thought it was fake.
That's crazy.
And like normal, like I would have like been a huge dick and got pissed off, but I'm also trying to grow myself that some of these crickets chirp don't deserve attention.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I kind of saw it. And I was like, also too, like, I don't know him. I don't know if he was like that was his joke, because obviously if it's a joke, it was in poor taste. But I was like, I've gotten a lot of heat for supporting it, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah.
That's one, it's my instinct, but two, it's like you said, like this one's on fire right now. They need help right now. And me in my life, I have struggled, and I can sit here and explain how I grew up poor, how I can't read good, had 1,000 things, but I've never been oppressed a day in my life. And I was like, there's no way I'll ever understand, and that's why I'm gonna support it. Because I was like, I might not ever know, but I know like with the time I have, there's no other way I would do it without supporting like my fellow people. There's no way.
Yeah, because I've had that happen to me a few times, and it's awful, but it's so like, wow, like that's for real. Like you would never guess. Like one time was at I was at a jewelry store with my girlfriend in San Antonio at the mall, and it was I want to say it was Fossil.
Like the watches.
Yeah. Was it Fossil? No, it couldn't have been Fossil because there was rings there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I was there, and they were like, there was two other people who looked more like kids, and they were just like chilling, but they were just like regular white kids, just chilling.
People that mall loiters.
Yeah, and then they like came up to me and my girlfriend.
There's always a mall goon squad.
And he was like, "Are you gonna like buy anything? Like, can you afford anything even in here?"
He told you that?
Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, like, what the fuck, man?" And the other time that happened was when I was working at the grocery store, and I was pushing carts outside, and the dude was like, and I was with two other people, and he was like, "Oh, like, what are you like?" He told the other two people like, "Oh, what are you guys doing out here?" And then he like looked at me and he was like, "Oh, well, like you belong out here." Oh, and I'm like, "Yo," God, I mean, to be fair to that guy's point, I was like the lead outside, and they used to have my picture outside, so maybe I'm like, okay, that's that. I hope that's what you're referring to, and not that I'm a person of color out here. Like, come on, man. Especially if I'm at work. Why are you harassing people at work?
So, like, what was your reaction to the other one?
The
like
jewelry. I just left. I was like, I guess not. I was like, I guess I'm not gonna buy anything now. And I just like walked out.
And see, like, I used to think, like, I've been in certain scenarios where I got judged, but I don't think it was because of that. And I think one time I was with you, too. But I was like, one of these other times is I was with a buddy who has passed, you know, our buddy Pokey. We might refer to him if we haven't already. But he was a part of our squad, our inner circle here. And we went to, like, it's kind of like a big and tall. You know, they have suits and stuff like that. We were going to go to, like, a little birthday while I worked at the restaurant next door to it.
Okay.
I worked at a place called Corner Bakery.
Yeah.
And then there was, like, a new, like, big and tall store next door. I can't remember the name. But it's the same concept. It's like a JOS bank and big and tall.
I think the store was actually called, like, XL or something like that.
Something like that, right? So we go in, and we're going like that. And I'd never been there, of course. I to be honest, a person like me, where I come from, I never really shopped at places like that. Mm-hmm. My buddy has good taste. He does. So he's like, hey, we're going to go pick out a few things and let's go. You know what I mean? We'll go get dressed, get shaved, get all ready to go because I just got out of work, you know? So I was like, we're going to go over there. And I was like, I didn't really know. And I was like, do you have anything? I was like, can you show me where, like, the dress shirts are and then, like, the dress pants for, like, this height? And he straight up looked at us and he's like, well, our value area is in the very back. And at first it didn't really dawn on me because I'm still wearing my work shit. Or I'm wearing my, because I always wore like an undershirt, or I brought one, and I have my work shirt just around my neck.
Yeah.
Kind of like I was today. And for a quick second, it went over my head. But then I sat back and I went to go turn around, and my buddy grabbed me by the shoulder and he said, let's just go, like, to the back. And we looked, and he was very strong in that scenario than I would have been. Because I would have been like, hey, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, I was not making the best money, but at the time in the situation, I was making a decent amount of money to afford a damn shirt. So I was like, I didn't do it, and he just grabbed me. He's like, we're not going to deal with it. But I've dealt with that a lot of times. Because even in high school, we used to be those goon squad at the mall. Mm-hmm. And they used to say the same thing to us as Zoomies.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we were actually looking for stuff, but we happened to not buy anything yet because we were indecisive and keep going back and forth, but they happen to have a lot of, like, clearance shoes out there, and they happen to have, like, a little chill area with some sofas and everything like that, and the dude just fucking hated us, man.
Yeah, like, one time he just told us to get out.
Yeah, I was like, he told us to get out, and I was like, and I, at the time, in that time frame in mind space, I took it as both things. Either he saw it as a poor, he saw it as a race thing. I thought of all that real quick, and I was pissed, dude. I was pissed, because I was like, how do you not know if I'm going to spend nothing or not? And if you're the so-called manager, like you said he will, you would ask us, what are you looking into? What are you doing? Anything? He just saw us as two guys. I'm assuming, I guess, to cause trouble. But I guess our trouble is to sit on a dang sofa that's there.
Well, it's like not only that, but one, we had a friend that worked there, so sometimes we would just hang out with her. And two, that's like Zoomie's whole thing. Is like, that's why there's a couch in there. It's supposed to be to, like, chill.
There's skate mixtapes just going.
Yeah.
Are we just not supposed to pay attention to those?
I guess
that's kind of why I was there, you know? That's been my whole vibe my entire life.
Yeah.
But I was like, those are my scenarios. I mean, I've gotten mistaken for that, but it's because the way I dressed, I knew. And it's because the way I kind of carry myself and the way I talk has a lot to do with that, too. And I was like, it carries a lot of weight of they see me as a certain way. And I always would make jokes and stuff like that, But see, I can't say I've ever been fully oppressed, you know? Because that stuff, I guess, I can change. You can't change your color of your skin.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I could change my social class. I could change my net worth, you know? I can change that stuff, but you can't change your race, man.
Yeah.
But I was like, you also... Being a salesman is a talent, and we've showcased that. There's some bad ones, I guess, we've occurred or ran into.
Oh, shit.
And one was the manager. I have no idea about the Fossil guy, but Fossil's a real deal, man. You got to hold yourself a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, really, though. Man, I'm really trying to remember where the store was. It can't be Fossil because there was rings in there. I could have sworn there was rings in there.
Well, I mean, that sounds like something it'd be, but again, going back to where I came from, I never go to places like that. So.
Well, I only went in there because my girlfriend wanted to go in there. That's why I'm thinking maybe it wasn't Fossil. Like, maybe it was like it couldn't be a K's or anything. But
James Avery.
Maybe.
Why don't they? Would they act like that at James Avery though? Well, I feel like it would have to be something like Fossil or like one of those.
It was an uppity place.
Or K Jewelers or something like that.
Let me see if.
But even that, they kind of want to latch on you because you're like a young kid with money. Isn't that what they want? Like, come open this bank account with us. Get this rock, dude.
Yeah, really though.
Especially with your girlfriend there, they would have said like, "Hey, try this on." You know, set the hook.
Let's see, I'm trying to figure out if I can look at the directory at the North Star Mall because that's the one that it was. And it was either next to or near the Lego store. But, I mean, that was...
So it was in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was in the mall that we've gone to a few times.
Mm-hmm.
They might have a Fossil. That's a big mall.
I've said it before when we passed the place because I always make the joke. Because it was...
Have you ever crossed paths with that guy again?
No.
Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah. I would remember the guy. I've just never seen him.
Oh, you remember him when this blows up?
I hope so. I hope so.
And have him as one of our guests here?
What? Oh, yeah?
Us just doing the Jay and Silent Bob. Like, are
me.
you quote-unquote this guy from the chat room? And they start beating him down. Did you say quote unquote we're effing clown shoes? Just start beating him down.
Oh, I'm so goofy. I opened up the wrong thing. I opened like a Visit San Antonio.
Hey, dude, I did that and we talked about it in a past episode. Not everything is what it makes out to be. Sometimes a brochure is a good brochure. Like, maybe you'll like Ripley's, dude, but it's a good brochure, bud.
I like Ripley's.
Yeah, I also like the brochure company that they chose.
You're so rude.
Good colors. It was very inviting on the flyer. Did you go to all the things when you went to Ripley's?
Yeah.
Did you go on that little mummy ride or whatever? The tomb thing?
No.
It was just like a little like laser gun thing. Kind of like the...
like the Scooby-Doo ride?
No, kind of like the Buzz Lightyear one.
Oh, from
Kind of
Disney?
like that. It was a little bit more of a roller coaster-y feel, but it wasn't like up and down. But it was kind of... I think it's kind of a cool aspect that it was just downtown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just off the Riverwalk, but... I don't want to rehash to another episode.
What did I say it was?
Fossil?
Oh, yeah, there is a fossil on here.
It could have been. Or just look at all the jewelry stores. I mean, I guess it doesn't...
Oh.
What?
I think this is what it was.
What?
Let me see. Let me see if it'll show me a picture of the outside. Come on, please.
Could you picture it? You just need like the setting?
Yeah, I just need to see what it looks like. Oh, they didn't show me. Oh, wait, but it shows the map. Sorry, I moved away from the map. The mic.
Yeah, sorry guys if it got a little intense for a second. But we're very, very extremist here. We do extreme happy, extreme sad, extreme everything. And we're also extreme unity. Will Ferrell, everybody love everybody.
It is
Same
Fossil.
about-
Fossil is right next to the Lego store.
See? You knew, even subconsciously.
I could see that was the first thing that came to my head, but then I was like, well, I could have sworn it had rings in it. And Fossil
So were you trying to
doesn't
treat
have
yourself to a nice cufflink, or what were you doing there, bud?
rings. I mean, no, I was just in there. It was just.
Or did you hit him? Is it like, where are your G-Shocks? And he said, GTFO?
Yeah. Pretty much, dude. I was like, yo, you got anything like this? And I like showed him my SpongeBob watch. And he was like, get the fuck out.
Or was he really mad that you were dripping in your pajama Sam sauce?
Dude.
And he's like, bro, money can't buy that anymore.
He said, yo, 2002 called. They
No,
want their
'cause I had
computer
that same
game back.
watch, dude, and she was clean. I'm telling you, dude, those old 90s watches were clean, bro. They were clean. I even had one. I still can't remember. It was orange. It was nice and small. But you could play that little ball game. You know the thing that you touch?
Oh, yeah.
But it was a smaller scale of that around. Clean, bro. Fossil could never, bro.
That doesn't sound like that works. It's just like
Well, I mean, I think it's meant to just move your arm around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's just a flashy thing. What are you supposed to do as a kid? Say, I got it in the hole in your watch? Here, hold my wrist and try to beat my score? You're not getting my swag.
I'm trying to drip in that sauce. But it's like calculator watches. Calculator
Yeah,
watches don't work
we're
that
playing
well
Cowboys
either.
and Indians, I'm hitting them with the Ben 10. There's
Oh.
no other way, dude. It's like, you can't kill me because I have immunity, bro. You can't kill me with my Green Lantern.
All right, ready? Everyone's going to put you on blast right now. Because you're going to show you're fake as frick, dude.
What?
What's the watch called? Huh?
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
It's the Omnitrix. Just super serious.
That's what got kicked you out of Fossil right there, bud. That's what got kicked you out of Fossil.
Dude, speaking
And
of...
that's why you're back at Zoomies looking at the G-Shocks, bud.
Dude, I had an Omnitrix and I wore it to school one time. And not
Did it
only...
tell time? Or was it like one
No,
of those
it was
like
just
cereal
a-
box ones?
No, it just yelled and I would do it. It would just like, go banana! And I did it so often that my English teacher at that time, not only took that up, but took my iPod up. And then they put it in the lost and found. Someone just took it. Both. I lost my Omnitrix and I lost my iPod Touch. Oh, no, it wasn't an iPod Touch.
All right,
It was a
everyone,
little
this
fat
is
one.
where we're going to band together and you find Andre's watch.
It has Shaggy on it. It has the Millionaires on it. It has.
So are these stickers, or did you write the names on it? How do they have all that stuff on
No,
it?
those are all the songs on there. So if you see
Oh,
songs,
the iPod. You're more worried about the iPod than this watch?
I can buy Omnitrix at CVS right now. I can't get those good jams. It's got Daddy Yankee on it. It's got Spice Girls on it, and it has the movie on it too because I like that movie.
It just has like 3 or 4 different versions of the Cupid's chokehold, and don't say no. We just found the song of the episode.
It has you know what? It has the episode of World of Warcraft from South Park. Has that on there too because I like that episode.
Oh, Asia.
What?
The heat of the moment when he's singing it.
Heat of the moment. Yeah.
He's like, I love Kenny McCormick,
Yeah.
and I want you to love him too. That was great, dude. That was the Asia, bro. Heat of the moment. Man, they don't make music like that anymore, bro. That was just a bop, bro. So you have Asia, then you have Toto by Africa. Like, they were very short and sweet in names, but the songs are just bam.
I'm sorry, like what?
Bam.
Oh.
And I was like, if we do some edits to the video, bam, add some spices in there. Bah.
I'm probably going to be the one to do edit, so no, they're not in there.
It's going to be paint by numbers.
It's going to be the millionaires, like I said. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Millionaires.
So, you know what's funny, dude, is like, well, I was like, we won't get too deep because we get pretty deep in this episode already. But I've been looking into the stock game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I can do about getting some fossil for you, bud.
I don't know. I'm good.
So you don't want to do like an undercover boss scenario?
How much do you even think Fossil is going for right now?
It's mad expensive. It's got to be. It's like a staple of like men's fashion, or I'm sure they just fashion in general, not even men's. 'Cause it's like one of the few watches that everyone knows.
I'm sorry, I'm making sure it's the right Fossil before I put them on blast that they're not fucking shit. I'm in the stock game right now.
So I was like, what do you don't think it's like you're not buying a Pegasaurus collection?
No. No.
No, but you wouldn't like to do that for real though, like in real life.
What?
Do like an undercover boss thing.
No, I'm sure he's dead.
If this guy is still working for Fossil, or you think he's just one of those mall lurkers?
No, he was a nasty white guy who looked like he was in bad health. I'm sure he's dead now.
Yikes, bro. I mean not yikes, really. But I mean, that was a bit extreme too. But that's what I said, we're extreme over here.
Yo, if this is for real, it's only $4. Dude, I really hope I'm wrong. Dude, how funny is that?
So how much money are you willing to buy into that company right now?
All of it. So I can fire him. Dude, this has to be the right... Yeah, it is. Oh, my God.
What? It's $4 right now? How much is it for real?
Dude, it's $4.02 a stock. That's awful.
The fate of that guy's world is in your hands. And also for people in the future, you know, people that act like that.
You know
You're
what's...
almost hitting him with the pretty woman, dude.
Dude, oh, shit. There's so many places that were made in Texas. Isn't that so weird?
Texas? Yeah. You know it was also made in Texas?
Don't say Bluebell.
Why was I say Bluebell? Everyone knows that.
Don't say Dr. Pepper.
I'm not going to say anything now. You said that. I was going to say Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, our next governor?
No, I'm just kidding. Is he running for that?
Yeah, that's how we're going to start ending this slowly. So we're already at an hour.
Political.
Would you vote for Matthew McConaughey?
Absolutely. 110%.
Even if he had nothing good to say.
What do you mean? Like,
not to say, I'm sorry.
One of my idols already got a chance to be governor, and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, yes, I would vote for Matthew McConaughey.
You know what's crazy? He did actually a lot of good things for that state.
He's a Terminator. Why would he do anything less?
He's
saving horses. You see what he's doing right now on Instagram? He's saving mini horses. And then he adopted like a husky and said they're best friends now on Instagram. Like the dude's a miracle worker, man. He's awesome.
Also, speaking of celebrities and that, I think Trump would have made a better mayor than a president. If he was a mayor of New York, oh my God, that'd be so great. I think tomfoolery was perfect.
I think we found out what he's good at.
Nothing.
And it's being a guest on Roastmasters. 'Cause that was amazing. Because I didn't know if he was really offended, about to shit himself, or both. And I was like, that's something I could watch for hours. Live television of a grown man thinking he's the shit and just shitting his pants.
But yeah, apparently... Oh, I almost sneezed right into the mic. Yeah, apparently that was a big rumor going on that he was going to run for mayor. And then in 24, I think. I think Greg Abbott just got voted in.
I mean, I'm just not political, man. Like, to be honest, I wanted to be. I'm not that guy.
Well, what do you think of him as a teacher? Let's go it that way then.
Who? Donald Trump?
No, McConaughey.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, I've been talking about McConaughey this whole time now.
Awesome. I think it'd be awesome.
No, he is a teacher.
I know. I was like, at UT, I think it's great. I mean, have you seen? I was like, I mean, yes, he has a similar accent in a lot of his roles, but he has range.
I've never seen him in anything that wasn't a Matthew McConaughey role. Like I've never seen Dallas Buyers Club. I've never seen.
Well, there's one where he plays like a football agent,
No,
and it's super good. It's kind of under the radar, and that'll be my movie recommendation for you all.
I've only seen one movie where he's an agent. It was Tropic Thunder.
And we'll put it on there. It's great, right? That's an archive. That's legendary on a lot of levels. Not even Matthew McConaughey's. Like, that's a lot of those actors. It's a lot.
Also, while you're looking up that, everyone stop canceling Robert Downey on that movie. It was so good. I'm African American, half. I'm saying it's fine. Other people say it's fine.
Am I allowed to ask which half?
What do you mean? Which half of me?
No, just when people say half, I just want to say which one. I just want to add more depth to it.
He's playing. The role is him showing how crazy actors are. That's the point of him being in blackface, because people are crazy.
I mean, I feel like people shouldn't question it because how good the role is.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You know? And it's almost the same thing for comedic timing, and It's Always Sunny. I can see why it got canceled, but I feel like if it is super good,
yeah,
you get what you want to get across, you know, and it gets across the masses, that the mass appeal says that's hilarious, that's funny, they're trying to get across, then I don't think that needs to get canceled.
Yeah. Because
I was like, I knew It's Always Sunny was going to get canceled, but I think it was funny enough to stay. But then I was like, again, people were just canceling things left and right.
Yeah. Also, the episode got canceled, not the show, just in case anybody was worried.
Oh, yeah.
Just the episode, not the show.
Yeah. But I was like, the movie, before we finish that, it was like the movie with Matthew McConaughey that I'm recommending for y'all. It was in 2005. It's called Two for the Money. He plays, it says, after suffering a career-ending knee injury, a former college football star aligns himself with one of the most renowned touts in sports gambling business, and that guy is Al Pacino. Oh, so nice. It's a really good movie. It's my kind of movie. It's great. I watched it in Houston when I didn't have a lot of friends in Houston. I was watching like a lot of random movies, dude. Nice. And I was like, that's how I came across it. I didn't even know about it, but I was like, that one's super good. But that would explain some of his range. Right there, I think.
I have to check it out.
And then I was like, another one that does it that I had watched, the Lincoln Lawyer, but I heard the movie Bernie. I'd never seen it, but it's with him and Jack Black.
Wait, is the cover where they both have cowboy hats on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
So I was like, supposedly that's really good with him, but I've never seen that one.
Oh, I have seen that movie. It's really good.
And then I was like, a really good dark movie is The Paperboy. And that movie is dark as hell.
Oh, I've never seen it.
But I was like, I'm talking about storyline dark. You know what I mean? Like, that's dark. But I was like, he's good in that one. Of course, Interstellar. And I'm not even going to his new one, but he played a villain in The Dark Tower. And movie,
I know.
I'll admit it's a weird movie.
Oh, the Idris Elba,
but it was
right?
interesting to see it. Yeah, it was interesting to see both of them in that kind of role. And then White Boy Rick is another one, because that's another one I wanted to do a movie review on when I had saw it way back. But he plays a different thing because he plays like a father that's not always around and stuff like that. So I think it's a little bit different than Matthew McConaughey because he's usually the lovable guy. And it's supposedly this new movie is in The Gentleman. He plays like a drug dealer. Or he's like buying into the drug dealer. He's either the drug dealer or he's
that
buying
one just came out not that long ago, right?
Yeah,
like, between the end of last year and now.
Yeah, so don't quote me on that movie, The Gentleman, but I was like, supposedly that's the range for him too.
Wait, one more
and
thing.
he's teaching an acting class. So I was like,
before we leave, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal's never won an Oscar.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
How awesome! Look what they did to Leo.
That's fair.
Almost all of his movies are awesome. Go watch I think it's The Beach, and he's super young in that movie, but the movie's amazing. Like, there's lots of movies, man. And I was like, that's what I told you that like before we get off like tangent and before we close it up. Like it's like what we talked about literally the other day on the road of just cruising. Like that when they did the what was it called? The Fault of Our Stars. Is that what it's called?
No,
Is
it's
that
the
the one
cancer
Lady
movie. Star is Born.
A Star is Born. Okay, I was like, The Star is Born. It was Black Klansman, a few others. I decided to watch them all. I didn't have a lot of things going on. The Star is Born, great movie. It was really good for Bradley Cooper. Lady Gaga was great in it. But if you're comparing it to Black Klansman was a great movie, man. So some of these awards, I don't say that they don't earn it, but like the way they stack competition to each other is very, very weird.
Yeah, here I'm gonna try to find the other movies that were in that running that year. I've been meaning to watch. I have Black Klansman and what is the other movie I have on my queue?
I think you'll love Black Klansman, man.
Oh, Sorry to Bother You. That's the other movie I have on my.
Oh, see, that's another one that pops up on my list. I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I was like, that one pops up on it to watch, but I've never seen it.
Man, I can't find out what the other movies are. I keep getting ads and like, do you want to subscribe to our thing so you can read the? All
right, well, we'll take that as a hint. I think that's a good place to close off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, guys. We hope this is getting better for you. The speed, we're getting better day by day. We're making it through this pandemic. We're gonna make through it together. If our voice can help out, we'll be glad to help you out. We have our social medias. We have our email. We're always here. If we're people that you want to lean on, I mean, we'll answer any questions you got, anything like that. But I was like, yeah, we're growing. We're going to make it through, babies. We're going to be successful, or try to be. But I was like, yeah, thank y'all for joining us.
I'm sorry, wait. I found it, and I'm real pissed. It was Black Klansman, Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, and Vice. Those are all a lot better movies.
All those movies are better movies.
Because Vice was the one with Christian Bale.
And I'll make note of this here. Stars Born is not a bad movie. But these are all different tier. Like, those are all steps ahead of A Star is Born. That's crazy.
That's crazy,
That's crazy. Because, yeah, I'll tell you, like, Black Panther is one of the few movies in this that can stand alone in the Marvel universe. Because some of these movies, are filler movies, whatever. And then I was like, you said the Green Book, I heard nothing but amazing things.
Yeah, and what's-his-face is a great actor.
Mustafa Ali?
Yes, thank you.
Great. That's why he deserves Blade, man. I hope it gives him some justice. And Wesley Snipes, I love you, man. Just chill out. Just retire, bud. Just kick back. Let Mustafa Ali kick some ass. Show him the way. They'll bring you back, dude. Just relax.
I'm sure they'll give him a cute little, like, he's, like, hanging out in a lair or something.
Dude,
that's about it.
Every Karate Kid needs a Mr. Miyagi, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Wesley Snipes, let's do it, bro. They put you in Expendables. Relax, bud.
Well, I know. I keep talking now. We already said goodbye.
I know. But I was going to say, that's how excited we are here, man.
But that's just like the talks of Michael Keaton coming back for Robert Pattinson's Batman.
I hope he's Bruce Wayne. Because if they do two Batmans, I'd be pissed. In live action, let's be real. Pissed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's just my opinion over others, but I was like, also, Michael Keaton's old, man. Why are you going to try to tone him down? I mean, he's no Josh Brolin.
Yeah, really, though.
Trying to do Tommy Lee Jones. Like, that worked, but I was like, yeah, how many times are we going to get away with that?
Yeah, they need to stop.
How many jumpers are we going to get? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Like, we got lucky a few times, man, where it didn't blow up in our face. But,
yeah, anyway. So everything he said earlier, everything should be down below, to the left, to the right, up, down. I don't know where.
Wear your mask.
Wear it.
Black Lives Matter.
Of course.
Everybody love everybody.
It should be a given.
Support your Uber drivers. I guess that is no ad. Support your Uber drivers.
Oh, and Lyft.
And Lyft. Yeah, I've never taken Lyft, but yeah, support them.
Wait, let's keep thanking people. We got to thank your Grubhubs, your favors. Those people are dying for you. They're dying.
Curbside is sweeping the nation.
Dude, give them an extra tip. It's wild out here.
We'll just tip them. I mean, y'all used to tip bartenders for getting your drink wrong. So just tip these guys for getting your order right. You know what I mean? Let's be real. The college towns like us, you used to tip people for getting your order wrong.
Really, though.
Even if it's $1, I mean, like, just tip them.
Something.
You know, you got cash, you got change. Even give them the change. I mean, I'm sure they would take that offensive at first. But I was like, you know, get rid of some of that change. Some quarters will be nice. They can do laundry. So we love you. Support us. Thank you for supporting us. Not support us. You are supporting us. Andre C. Jones on all social media.
That's me.
Blizzard Buckets, BLZRD, Buckets, all caps. Find us on Xbox, Twitter, Instagram. Wherever you can find us, email takeoverpod@gmail. Send us in. We'll be glad to message you. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back next time.
Peace.